About I'm Sanjeeva Mehta and I'll be your instructor for this module on fire prevention and firefighting, FPFF as it is generally called. With over 2 decades at sea and in training academies, training companies, maritime companies, and freelancer for more than 20 years, I believe learning should be just as engaging as it is essential. So this course is designed not just to inform you, but to prepare you to act, think, and respond when it matters the most. Like when fire happens. Fire can happen anytime, anywhere, especially at sea, and it is always risky, dangerous. So let's begin this voyage by understanding the fundamentals that could save lives, including yours. Fire can take place anywhere and at any time. Why does a fire occur? We shall learn in this course what to do to control the spread of fire. That also we shall learn during this course. What to do if a fire does occur. Indeed, we shall learn that also. What to do so that the possibilities of a fire occurring is reduced to a minimum. We all want that. No fire. Or if it occurs, possibilities are minimum. That also we shall learn and use as the course name itself suggests. We will be learning about fire prevention and fire fighting. FPFF is a mandatory course for basic safety training. Before anybody joins the ship, this course has to be done. All right. At sea, a fire on board a ship can present a very serious threat to life and the property, the vessel itself, cargo, and safety of the vessel. With plenty of water available to fight the fire, a firefighter ashore would find it very convenient, very helpful. But a fire on board the ship can be very devastating and can quickly overwhelm the crew, putting their life at risk, putting cargo at risk, putting the ship at risk. Remember, fire doubles in size every 20 to 30 seconds. This is very important. We all must remember. So prepare our mindset to fight the fire with due diligence. Carry out the drill with due diligence. All right. Therefore, a trained crew is necessary to fight the fire in a systematic manner. Always remember an old age adage. What is that? Hmm? What is that? F. Find the fire. I. Inform all others on the ship. R. Restrict the fire. Keeping yourself safe. This is important. Keeping yourself safe. Don't be heroic. E. Extinguish the fire. FIRE. These four meanings of this word should be ingrained in your consciousness. Find the fire, inform all other shipmates, restrict the fire, and extinguish the fire. When it becomes known that a fire has occurred, no matter small or big, we need to understand the facts surrounding the fire. That is, the person who discovers the fire is her understanding and knowledge of the material which is burning. What is the material which is burning? Is it oil? Is it wood? What it is? Where the fire has occurred? Is it easy or difficult to reach the seat of the fire? Availability of the firefighting equipment near the seat of the fire, or which can be accessed, whether portable or fixed firefighting equipment. presence of flammable material around the fire, adjacent to the fire, near the fire, maybe adjacent compartment. What type of cargo is being carried, if any? All these things a person must be aware of it. After knowing this, only he will be in a better position to fight the fire or control the fire, restrict the fire, extinguish the fire. That is big. Following the age-old adage, as explained a while ago. F, fine. How do we know that a fire has occurred? When it is big, of course, it will tell the you. No, there's no way you can remain hid. You will always know it. The fire has occurred. However, when it is small, if we find then that time, we are much better position to fight the fire. During working hours, different crew members are working in a different areas of the ship. If any fire occurs at their place of work, one of them may or may not notice it. Most likely, somebody will notice it. It is very likely that when a fire is small, it may not be known unless a smoke or heat is sensed or felt. Hmm? There are fire detectors installed in almost all confined spaces on board the ship. There are different types of detectors, fire detectors, which we will learn as we go further in the course. A fire detector may detect that a fire has occurred and gives off an alarm. That's how we come to know. Fine. All ship fire detectors are addressable. What is the meaning of addressable? It meaning the alarm system lets the ship crew know the fire has occurred and so place fire has occurred. That is the address, the place at which it has occurred, it will let you know. That is the address of the fire. For example, third deck port side, or third deck, or second floor, or third floor, or engine, or whatever, a boiler platform in the engine room, or galley, or pump room, or boat deck accommodation. So it will let you know. So you know where the fire has taken place. That is the meaning of addressable fire detectors. What about off-duty hours? When except the duty officer, an able-bodied seafarer on the bridge, everyone else is in their respective cabins or in the TV, gymnasium, games room, etc. We, in that case, at that period, we rely on fire detectors only, as the ship crew is off duty and large part of the ships are not under supervision of the crew. All right. On many ships, engine rooms are on UMS, unmanned machinery spaces, that is unmanned. No one is present generally between 1700 hours to 0800 hours the next day. Only person is on the bridge and his able-bodied person, seafarer. So what is to be done when it is off-duty hours for the majority of the ship's crew? Remember, fire increases, doubles every 30 seconds. All right. So we have to, something we can always do. What we can do, let us see. It becomes essential that fire rounds are taken in the accommodation, pantry area, machinery spaces, UMS, and other areas within the safety of the superstructure. Though detectors are installed in accommodation and machinery spaces, it is recommended that fire patrol or fire rounds are, as they are generally called, carried out between 2200 hours and 0600 hours at interval of not more than 2 hours. Why within this period? Because this is the period when majority of most of the ship's crew are sleeping, except the bridge duty officer and the his uh, watchkeeper assistant on the bridge. The rest of the people are asleep. So it becomes, even if there is a small smell, nobody will realize unless it become too big or the heat. All right. So fire rounds are encouraged. Inform. I inform. What to do when it is found out that a fire has occurred? If fire is detected by the installed fire detectors, an alarm would sound on the bridge, letting the duty personnel know its location because he knows it is they are addressable. Depending on the alarm, duty officer will take further action of raising a general fire alarm if he thinks that's the things to do. If fire is detected by one of the crew member, he or she must raise the alarm. There are manual fire alarm push buttons fitted in different areas of the ship. Fire alarm push buttons are protected by a glass. Nowadays, they are protected by the plastic cover, transparent plastic cover, which can be easily broken, and the button inside pressed, which will give off an alarm, warning the ship's staff, ship's crew. Crew member should also call bridge and give as much information as possible as to the nature and extent of the fire. All right. Informing others on the ship is of utmost importance. If the crew member attempts fight the fire all alone, no one else even know the existence of a fire. It is possible that the crew member is overwhelmed by the fire. Yes, it is at time you want to take action as early as possible, knowing that fire will become double in 30 seconds. So you want to extinguish it as early as possible. But you should also be aware that you are the only one who is aware of the fire. Yes, it is essential to fight the fire quickly, but it is also essential to make other people aware that there is a fire. All right. So by the time ship staff comes to know, if had you been fighting fire alone, as eventually they will come to know. By then it may be too late. Too big a fire, doubling every 30 to 20 to 30 seconds. So you need support of all other people also. Alone, many times it's possible you may not be able to fight it. Yes, it's a small fire. You can use a portable fire extinguisher and fight it off. But this decision has to be made very quickly. A situation to be avoided under all circumstances where you have started firefighting and not informed anybody else. Therefore, the crew member must inform other shipmates before any attempt is made to fight the fire. Third important word of the alphabet of the word fire. Restrict. Since the fire doubles every 30 seconds, it is essential that the fire is controlled as early as possible. Control means restrict, so the fire does not spread. Restrict the fire so that the fire does not get a chance to double up every 30 seconds. How to restrict the fire? Of course, will essentially depend upon the knowledge of the person about his own. That means the which media is on fire, what is the flammable material which is burning. Also, he should know what are the essential components of a fire. So he can, knowing that, he will be able to restrict the fire. What does the fire need to sustain itself? When the fire is burning, it needs something to sustain. What is that something? And how does the fire spread? These four things you should know. Only on the basis of these four things, the knowledge of these four things, you will be able to restrict fire. We'll be learning about what all these four things are in a while. But meanwhile, this is the way you restrict. So learn what these four things are, which I'm going to teach you in this course. Knowledge of the above and how to deal with each one of them will guide the crew member to take suitable action. Okay, all fine? Any question? You write down in the comments. I will come back to you as early as possible. For example, if the fire has occurred in a cabin, smoke room, galley, the crew member can close the door Any ventilation fan is supplying air to the area can also be switched off. Fire can also be restricted from propagating to nearby area by covering the fire with a fire blanket. For example, in the galley, all galley have got fire blanket. So you are restricting fire. There are some other. There is a particular reason we are doing it. Once you know the reason, you will understand the importance of closing the door, for example, or uh, shutting off the ventilation hmm, of flaps, funnel flaps, for example. Extinguish. We shall learn about the fire and how it is to be dealt with during the course as we go. But primarily, it is important the fire be extinguished as quickly as possible. As I've been telling you, fire doubles in every 30 seconds, approximately. But crew member must not put his own life in danger. Since it doubles up, very quickly fire will go and become a huge fire. Possibly, if not restricted and extinguished timely, in the timely manner. If the fire is small, any portable fire extinguisher which is available nearby must be used to extinguish the fire. Use of the fire blankets in the galley may extinguish the fire. Every person on board the ship must know his duty as a member of the firefighting team or a member of the support squad. Each member must proceed to his respective muster station and proceed as per the duty allotted to him. For example, duty may be don the breathing apparatus or don the fireman suit. Support support squad can help them out. Lay the fire hoses, make arrangement to use fixed firefighting system, prepare fire extinguishers with larger capacity so that it can be used as needed by the team actually fighting the fire. I'm sure you are curious to learn more about fire prevention and firefighting on board the ship you'll be working on or already working. Make it a success, this course, and do discuss, inform your mates on ship or assure about this course and or the channel. You can watch the videos on this channel. So this is the end of chapter 1, introduction. This was only the introduction. The next chapter of this module, we shall learn chapter 2, module 1, personal protection and safety on ship. This is also part of the FPFF course, fire prevention and firefighting. As I prepare another module, you are encouraged to make voluntary contribution and make it a collective effort of seafarers. So this is my PayPal address. All right. Thank you very much. Have a good day.